from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. This is the National Football League. We'll see Kirk Cousins and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from Atlanta. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a fourth-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. And if there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, a formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's second down. Here's Cousins. And complete to Drake London. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Throwing, Cousins. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina, Bradley Pinion to kick. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Allen off the play fake. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Man who played collegiately nearby in Athens for the Bulldogs, James Cook. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Motion man is Shakir. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Second down and a yard. On play action, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
He was brought down by 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Falcons' 12-yard line.
Second down and 6 now. Allen going to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Allen now looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
2nd and goal from the 1. Throwing now is Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir there to make the grab. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. Boy, you go 3-and-out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That one deep for London. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Allen now on first down. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Palmer going to go in motion left. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Now Allen. A quick throw there is incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. This one from 48 yards away. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins now. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Man open, that's Ray McLeod. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. 2nd down and 4. Cousins. Into the hands of London. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
To throw is Cousins. That's complete to Mooney. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Robinson again. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons are back within a score.
And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Point after here coming up. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Johnson now returning. Now here's Johnson. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Cook up the gut. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. Second and 7. They run it again with Cook. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Up the middle, it's Cook. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front. The linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Back deep, Ray McLeod. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Cousins on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Drake London, the intended receiver there. That'll bring up second down. Throwing is Cousins. Able to complete this one to McLeod. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To throw, Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was simply snap, rock, and fire. I mean, they didn't take long at all. Slant route, and I loved where he put it. He put on the body of the receiver low so that only he can catch it.
Yeah, I don't think there was any magical formula there. Defensively, that's just tough to defend.
Very much so. And that way it allows the receiver to keep his body in front of the defender and not allow him to go through him to knock the ball away.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Over the middle, caught by London. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now Cousins. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Cousins now from the 50. That is caught, pushing his way through. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action. Cousins. This is caught. Touchdown. Darnell Mooney. 30 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Coup now for the point after. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. The touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. Returning it, Johnson. Here comes Johnson on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bills ready to take over. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Darnell Mooney and the rest of this offense ready to go again.
He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. On 1st and 10, Cousins. High throw, but the catch is made. And the Falcons are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Coup for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. His throw incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
a 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And again, it's Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Allen. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
On first down, Allen. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Bass is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was the former Longhorn Bijan Robinson who was tough to stop in that first half. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Motion man is Shakir. To the air, Allen has his man. It's Shakir. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. Davis running left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8. Here's Allen. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape, because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but they still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Operating from the gun, Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Bills are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Robinson toss play left side. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him, because until that point, he's been virtually shut down.
And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air. But his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big chunk plays on the ground as well, and he just provided one.
Back to Robinson now on first down. Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 39. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there, just like last play.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
This is 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Got a man, it's London. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. On play action, Cousins. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Well, it's always easy to second-guess a call, but maybe he should have just handed it off here on 3rd and short instead of keeping it on a play-action pass attempt. Now it's 4th and long, and just gave the defense a lot of momentum to build on for the next series.
Fourth down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and that will keep this a 2-point game. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, it's Allen. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now Cousins. And that one to the right side and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Cousins. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Darnell Mooney, the target there. And now it's 2nd down. Cousins again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Cousins. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Again, it's Cousins. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's a completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down. Throwing, Cousins. Into the hands of London. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. They'll throw again. Cousins. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's a 2nd and 5. Cousins. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Throwing is Cousins. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing now is Allen. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the 1st on the scramble. Off-play action. Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Allen. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Falcons' 47-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Allen now looks to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football. Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
A give to Robinson on the option. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points. here in the fourth quarter. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Allen and the Bills now down by 2, 1:46 to go. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down.
Now Allen.
Certainly a rarity for all but an elite couple of quarterbacks in this league to have a 100-yard day on the ground. Heck, even running backs don't hit the mark as often as they used to. Nice to see them keep calling his number once they saw he was in line for a special game.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
That's complete. It's Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Allen. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Here's first down. To throw is Allen.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
26 seconds, all that's left in this football game. Here's 2nd down. Here's Allen. That is caught by Shakir.
They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Throwing, Allen.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
So all eyes now on Tyler Bass.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 2 for 2 on the afternoon and a third one winner. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won. And fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Atlanta.